Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this 100% truth according to the spirits to be Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to give peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out there portion of His word through the four corners of the earth in sincerity. And I want to give peace and blessings to you hopeful believers out there, which are also part of the elect, till I say Shalom. Once again, I want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Forgive me the spirit to the listeners today. Lord, willing to feed you lamb and sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. It's your brother, War Guy, in the gym, Miss Dallas Branch. And as you see, because I was scrolling for this, man, because I've seen it. This was published March 22nd, 2023, the year that hopefully all these prophecies come to pass, man. And, I ain't going to say too much on the title. It says Uganda passes strict anti, a pile of sticks bill that imposes death penalty for some. And this is a display of the nations being mad at the wine that they've drunk of Babylon the Great. Because this big vibration, this sodomite-ass vibration being pushed on a high, it's starting with the beast. It's starting with the harlot that rides the beast, which that harlot that rides the beast in Revelation is America, Babylon the Great. So that being said, it's full vibration is ran, you know what I'm saying? And it's also the excellency of the Chaldeans, which ancient Pharaoh had the Chaldeans, which was witches and warlocks, and that's how America is, man. And witches, you know what I'm saying? The biggest display of witchcraft through America, you know what I'm saying? But you see, the nations they not messing with this shit. They have this, and they getting away from they're getting away. It's like from the American dollar, but that's really just them being on all the same accord and ushering that digital currency, that CBDC, central bank digital currency. You know what I'm saying? That CBDC. But nevertheless, you see, it says Uganda passes strict anti-sodomite bill that imposes death penalty for some. Said the legislation, which now goes to the president, also calls for life in prison for anyone engaging in sodomite sex, politics, stifle LGBTQ rights. I said it. I meant the rainbow. I said it. You know what? It says rainbow rights have been on the rise in several African nations, man. And they not messing with that shit, man. They not messing with it. Lawmakers in Uganda have passed a sweeping anti-sodomite law can bring in punishments as severe as the death penalty, the accumulation of a long-running campaign to criminalize sodomite and target sodomite people in the conservative nation in East Africa, man. And that's showing you right there that these nations, they unknowingly calling for a righteous rulership. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not with this sodomite stuff being pushed out. They're not with all this stuff being pushed out. So they unknowingly calling for a sodomite rulership. You know what I'm saying? They're unknowingly calling for a sodomite rulership. Now, when I get to this, is Proverbs 29:9. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And these nations, they're calling for the righteous to come into authority. Unknowingly, they're looking forward to the righteous coming in authority, because all the stuff that they're getting mad at, that they're not pleased with, as far as the wine that they've drunken, and that wine is just really philosophy and teaching. You know what I'm saying? They drunken the wine, the teachings. You know what I'm saying? They done inherited on the teachings of Babylon the Great, and they not with that shit, man. What are those teachings? Sodomite. You know what I'm saying? Man abusing himself with mankind as with woman, which is sodomy. You know what I'm saying? The woman being over the man, and so on and so forth, man. All these play a part in tying into like that image of the beast. You know what I'm saying? These nations, they pretty much been drinking that. They tied into that, man. They done laid down and when they laid down in bed with this harlot. In other words, being that they done took on the ideologies and teachings that this harlot had pushed forth. You know what I'm saying? They done took them on. But it says when the righteous are on authority, the people rejoice. Why? Because the righteous put forth that they put forth the right type of rulership upon the planet Earth, which is displayed through the law and statute commandments of Yahweh Bashma Shai. So that tell you that the rightful rulers of the earth are the creators. You know what I'm saying? The rightful rulers of the earth are the creators, and those are the Israelites, man. Who is the physical counterpart of the creator of all these things? Are the Israelites. As a matter of fact, Yahushua himself is an Israelite, you know? And they possess the wisdom, not to understanding on how to guide creation, what needs to be eaten, what doesn't need to be eaten, and how things need to operate. That's the moral standpoint. The law and statutes commandments of Yahweh Bashma Shai. Was Esau is adverse. Quotes him as being Satan adverse. He doesn't follow the law and statutes commandments of Yahweh Bashma Shai. And these nations are looking at that shit. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking at the fact that he's not following the law and statutes commandments, but they've seen the side effects of him not following the law and statutes commandments, and they not fucking with that shit. They not fucking with it, man. And also, I want to get Jeremiah 51. This is Jeremiah 51:7. It says, Babylon has been a golden cup. What is Babylon? It's talking about Babylon the Great. Has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the nations drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Why are they mad? Because they seeing the side effects. Like we just read in Proverbs 29. When the wicked are in rule, the people mourn. When the wicked are in rule, the people mourn. Why are they mourning? Because Esau doesn't follow the life equation. He follows the anti-life equation. He follows death. So they're not messing with this, man. They're not messing with this. And this is gonna display. Let me see if I can pull it up. Well, actually, it's gonna bring forth how it says in Revelation that the Lord will be put it in their heart for them to do the Lord's will, because the Lord is already stirring up their mindset to do that, man. Let me see. Let me find it. I know it's in here. It's like I can bear with me. Yeah. This is Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Those horns going into those vassal states, you know what I'm saying? Those people that didn't leave with the harlot, you know what I'm saying? Those 10 horns representing power, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For Yahweh Bashma Shai put it in their hearts to fulfill his will. And what's the part of him fulfilling about it? What's the Lord's will? It's to annihilate Babylon the Great from off the planet Earth, make it a whole desert. How that's going to be done? By 200 million thermonuclear missiles. By 200 million thermonuclear missiles going to be shot onto Babylon the Great, and it's going to destroy this place. So right now we seeing the Lord is stirring up the minds of these nations where they're starting to hate the whore. Russia, China. If I'm not mistaken, a year ago or 2 years ago, China was talking about they not having none of that sodomite shit on TV no more. You know what I'm saying? These are the displays of them hating the whore. Even them getting rid of that the dollar, the digital dollar. I mean, that's like not the digital dollar, the Federal Reserve. You know what I'm saying? Getting rid of the American dollar and switching over to either their own, switching over to what they use, or they're going to using the digital aspect. Because at the end of the day, they want to use the digital aspect at the end of the day. At the end of the day. But that's still a display of them, you know what I'm saying? They not messing with the whore. It's a display of it, you know? And that by we seeing that Uganda acts and countless other brothers be uploading news articles, man, we see that these nations not fucking with Babylon the Great. They regret laying down in bed with Babylon the Great. They done laid down in bed with her and they done caught some shit. You know what I'm saying? We didn't lay down in bed and they didn't caught the shit. As the scripture speak about the name of how the skirt should be lifted up. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about Nineveh, but you can liken Babylon the Great, America, liken it unto Nineveh. You know what I'm saying? We see the skirts being lifted up, man, and it was done by the prophets And all these other nations starting to see all that bullshit and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? They starting to see everything. They're like, man, I'm not down with this shit no more. And it's all according to the Lord's will. So Lord willing, this is edifying to the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai and feed you lemon. She's of Yahweh Bashim Shai. I want to give all praise and honor glories to Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bahashem, Rechach Wadash. The honor to the apostle, the elders, great millstone, and to your Akim and Agwath. To you all say shalom. Keep pushing, keep serving, man.